Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our series for Partner Week, where we are interviewing all of the Sparrow partners, hearing their story, and seeing where your donations and your impact is going. So I'm Jonah. I'm the executive director of Sparrow. Sparrow is a nonprofit based in Minneapolis that works to connect donors in the U.S. to verified and vetted nonprofits working internationally on the issue of human trafficking. So we work to connect people. We work to find incredible people doing awesome things that are long-term effective solutions on the issue of human trafficking and share their story with you in the US. So today we have Marian, and he is from Romania, and he has founded and works with an organization called Valoare Plus, and they work in Northeast Romania. And I will let Marian explain just the story of his organization, a little bit about himself, and just give us a starting point. So with that, Marian, go ahead. I'd love to hear your story.
Hello, Jonah. Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting me. It's really a pleasure and a privilege to share with you and with your audience. My name is Marian. I'm from Romania, obviously. I am married and we have 4 kids from 23 years old to 5 years old. So
That's awesome.
all that span, all that blessings and challenges. So in 2012, we have founded Valoare Plus as a nonprofit organization in Romania. And our desire from the beginning was to work with the youth, with the young people, the new generation of Romania. I'm a pastor as well at the Trinity Church in Bacău. And we found it very difficult to connect with the new generation or with the youth of our city through the channel of the church. So we switch it a little bit and we say, let's start a nonprofit organization so we can engage society in a certain level and have new opportunities and new doors open for us, doors that couldn't be open with the church or as a church. So we started Valoare Plus, which is an organization that will promote Christian values in society and will help young people at risk, vulnerable young people. So first we start in the area of education, and our desire was to reach out to those kids that were left behind by the parents in Romania when the parents went out of the country to work in West Europe. I do not know how much your audience is familiar with this issue, but we really had an issue, and we still have an issue in Romania with a lot of parents and a lot of adults that are leaving the country to go in West Europe to work, to find better jobs and for a better future, but they're leaving their kids behind with family, relatives, sometimes neighbors, and that creates a lot of problems. And those young people became very vulnerable, and their school grades and behavior deteriorate. And so we tried to step in and help. So we started Valoare Plus with this in mind, and we started to work in public schools in 2012 with a project called For a Better Future. And through this project, we start to offer character development classes to the kids, as well as we hire teachers and help them with their homeworks. So tutoring them. And then we brought students and volunteers in the school to have non-formal activities so that they can have a role model and inspire the kids to go forward and beyond with their education. So not to drop off the school. So we started that in 2012 with Valoare Plus, and it's been working very well. As a matter of fact, we are still running those projects. And soon enough, after we start to be involved and have open doors in the universities and high schools and schools, and we find out about the issue of human trafficking. And as a pastor, I was not searching, or I was not involved in these topics before, but I watched an interview of a girl that has been trafficked. And she was from Baku originally, and she mentioned that she has been trafficked and sold into slavery, basically in the downtown hotel in Baku, where we used to host our volunteer teams for certain projects. And it was like, I felt like this is happening right in my backyard without me knowing about it. So I started to dig in and see what's going on. And then when I started to do that, it was like mind blowing about the huge activity of human trafficking in northeast of Romania, and to see the networks of human trafficking that were operating in Romania and also in Republic of Moldova and in Ukraine, and how some girls were recruited from our area or from our district and region, but other girls were recruited in Republic of Moldova or in Ukraine and brought in Romania and give a Romanian ID or passport. And because we are part of the European Union, then they could take the girl and actually travel with her, in all of other countries in Europe and sell them in England or Sweden or Germany or whatever.
Yeah.
So when I saw that after a few months of researching, it was just mind blowing. I didn't know what we could do.
Yeah.
But I knew that we need to do something based on the resources that were very limited and in the base of zero experience that we had in this issue. So we felt that God is leading us to do something in the area of prevention.
Yeah.
Engage young people in schools and universities and in high schools and try to educate and train them. And we always believed in this idea of it's better to prevent than to treat. It's offering as much help as possible before the trauma, because after the trauma happened, it's still the pain and scars will still be there no matter what. So in 2016, we put up like a plan to go in schools and high schools and share with the young people the danger of human trafficking and the danger of becoming a victim of human trafficking, and how they should know to protect themselves, how they should view victims of human trafficking, because we are in a very traditional society. There's a lot of stigma and things are complicated in Eastern Europe. So try to educate the kids not only to stay safe and away from human trafficking, but also to have empathy and help those who have became a prey and a victim of human trafficking. So change that mentality towards them. So we started that in 2016 to go in the high schools in the city. And we were received extremely well by all the high schools, and kids, hundreds, every meetings, they would come, like flocking every little theater or hall that we had. And then we were like a little bit overwhelmed of the response. We saw the need. I said, why not think of this project in a regional setting? So we tried to dream, and we had an organization from Sweden that were ready to partner and team up with us and helped us to develop Stay Free project in our region, northeast region of Romania, from Moldova, which are 8 districts. So from 2016 to 2018 and 2019, we start to actually go to every school in our region, which will be like 35% of Romania. And our team went and we cover literally every school. I mean, like every school and every high school, and had meetings with the kids, training seminars with the teachers, forming support groups in high schools so that they can spot possible cases or environments of human trafficking and report to them. So that's how Stay Free project has come into existence.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is so cool. So that kind of leads me into the next thing. I'd love to share how we met. So I was connected. We had a partner in the UK. The Ali and Nate partnered with Sparrow to help us find new partners back 2 years ago. And Marian was at the top of the list of people to meet. So I traveled to Romania, and we took a train from Bucharest all the way up to Baku. And I got to see firsthand his organization working in schools. So I got to go with, and I got to watch a training session. And it was incredible to see the work that they're doing in these schools. They are bringing fantastic resources. And I think the best part for me is like, your organization is filled with young people that are passionate about making change. So when I got to go, there were people in their 20s and early 30s that are going into these schools passionate and wanting to change their own communities, which I thought is so cool that you're able to really invigorate the youth of your community to make a difference. And the youth that were hearing the presentation were super excited about it. And then another time last year when I got to go back, I got to go for your Stay Free conference, is that what it's called? I can't remember exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
And that had over 5,000 students at it. And the whole day was incredible. They had speakers from all over the world come and share with these youth who often lack opportunity for such educational resources, and share about the issue of human trafficking and educate them, and have a roundtable with leaders from Romania about the issue. It's just, I could not believe the impact and how long-term it is. As you said, like, prevention is a huge key. So for us to be able to see firsthand that work was incredible.
Yeah, well, thank you for your will to come and meet us and see all this stuff. For us was really a blessing. And yeah, I remember the moment when we received news from Ali and her husband that there's someone in the States from Minnesota that wanted to come and see us, and it was like, well, those are, out in the woods there in the north. I never met anybody from Minnesota originally, so I said, yeah, sure, why not? So here you were, and I cannot stand the fact that when I met you first time and the second time at the conference also, I really love the movie Fiddler on the Roof.
Yes.
So when I saw you with that beer and looking like that, I said, here is my Tavier from
yeah. And we have sang the Fiddler on the Roof soundtrack multiple times. And just for everybody back home, just a frame of reference, I actually was Tevye in my high school version of Fiddler on the Roof. So he had me pegged just perfectly.
Oh, yeah. I remember when we sing in the car, Tavier songs. Yeah.
That is good memories. I think that's what I love about our partnerships, is getting to know and work with our partners firsthand, to be able to spend time. Marian was able to come over and speak at our Sparrow Gala last year, and I've gotten to go over. I try to go over annually. This year is obviously a little different, but it's not just our partnerships at Sparrow are not just these formal agreements that, like, there's a lot of red tape and you're just signing documents. No, we're working hand in hand, building relationships and seeing firsthand that these programs are effective, responsible, and they're doing what they say they're doing. So it's personal relationships that we're building, and your donations aren't just helping somebody random. They're helping people that we know personally, and they're making a huge difference in these communities that we have committed to supporting. And along those lines, I know that a lot of people within that are associated with our organization know this, but the rest of December, we have a donation match up to $50,000 to go towards our Sparrow partners. So $50,000 is an incredible amount that would change a lot of people's lives in the regions in which we're working. So if you or somebody you know has never donated to Sparrow before, feel free to head to our website, Sparrow, SPEROMPLS.org, and you can donate there, and your donations will be matched. So that's a huge opportunity for our organizations and our partners, and that is good through the rest of the year. Yeah. Moving on, I'd love to hear some of the new challenges you guys are facing during this COVID situation, and what's on their what kind of challenges have you been going through during this new pandemic?
Well, this question is so complicated and it demands so many answers and so many things, but making it short, of course we all fight with this pandemic. It's something globally, so our challenges that we face here in Romania are probably almost the same as in the States or everywhere else. So for us this year, it's been really challenging because most of our projects involved face-to-face interaction.
Mm-hmm.
So in Stay Free project, we went to the schools. We had personal interaction with the kids, presentations, Q&A, filling forms, forming volunteer groups, training the teachers. Everything involved a personal relationship and a face-to-face interaction. Of course, when this pandemic hit our country and all the schools were closed and all the restrictions were put in place, then we lost this face-to-face interaction with our beneficiaries. And I believe this was the biggest challenge for us this year. Beginning with the autumn of this year, we went into the phase 3 of Stay Free project. So until now, we were focusing only on students, kids, and teachers. This time, we a little bit enlarge our project, and it's a little bit broad in a sense that we include also the social assistant workers from every town hall and community from rural areas where human trafficking are more prominent, and also local local police officers from those communities. So in the beginning of this autumn till now, because the schools were closed, we did presentations and interact with kids online. So we had online seminars with them. But we were able to keep our face-to-face interaction with the social workers and local police officers from the communities that we target and focus in our phase 3 of the project. So the biggest challenge was losing the physical interaction with the kids. We try to make it up and keep the interaction with the social workers and the local police officers. But still, we're so eager and looking forward for the future and for next year. And hopefully we will be able, either because of the vaccine or because of the things in the directions things will move in such a way that we will be back in the schools and that, personal interaction to be in place again. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I think we can all relate to that struggle, but to be able to still connect and still make an impact is awesome. And then I don't have too much more that I need to ask, but one thing that I really like to ask in these interviews is, what's one thing that you would like Sparrow donors to know, whether it's about your organization or a piece of advice about facing human trafficking or about Romania, anything. What's something that you think is important that Sparrow donors should know about our partnership with you?
I think if I process your question, I'm thinking that I would love that Sparrow donors and people that are behind Sparrow to know that what we do here in Romania and other partners that you have, what they are doing in their local communities and environments. We fight human trafficking in the root here on the field. So I would like them to know that by, for instance, in our case, doing prevention, educate and train, is maybe we avoid, for sure we avoid so much pain that maybe some of the young people can experience in the future if they don't have the right information, or if they are not trained, or if they don't know. Because we are living in Europe as well as in the States, within a federation of states almost. You know, if you're in Romania, you can travel, and in the matter of hours, sometimes you can be in London. So any potential young people that we help and train here in Romania, it can be anywhere in Europe within 24 hours. So fighting the issue back home, it's much more wise, and it's much more, in terms of the results, it's much more productive to fight the issue back home here in Romania than fighting the issue, you know, anywhere else in Europe after those young people are exploited in other countries or other cities in Europe. So I would like the Sparrow donors to know that every time when they donate, every time when they support an organization like us or others from your network, is like they're fighting human trafficking at the roots of it.
Absolutely. That is great. That's a great word. Yeah, so just to finish off, I want to invite all of our people watching again to one of our social tourism trips. So obviously this year was delayed and postponed, basically canceled because of coronavirus. But in the future, we are going to be looking to take interested donors to the communities in which we work. And these trips are not what we would consider like a mission trip. We're not going there to do a bunch of work. We're going there to see the incredible work that's already being done, so that our minds and our hearts are in the right place when we're giving to these organizations. We want you to see firsthand the incredible work our partners are doing, and have an incredible vacation while you're doing it. We'll get to see our partners. We'll get to see the incredible sights in these beautiful countries. And it's an incredible once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go on a fantastic vacation with a cause. So keep an eye out as we approach the end of 2021 or early 2022. We'll be doing partner visits and social tourism trips. And
I cannot wait the people from Minnesota or anywhere else to come and enjoy and have a taste of our crazy culture here in Romania.
It is a lot of fun, I'll tell you that. And as I said yesterday in my interview with Abhishek, all of our partners are foodies. They know how to eat incredible food in their neighborhoods. And last time I was in Romania, in Baku, I got taken to like this castle, and we ate a Romanian feast in the basement of the castle. I don't even know what that place was. It's incredible. So you're in for something great when you come on one of these trips. But yeah. Again, thank you so much, Marian, for taking the time. We really appreciate you having chatting with us and sharing your story. If people are watching this after the fact and you have questions, feel free to message us at Sparrow on our Facebook page or via email. And if you want to connect with Marian directly, I'm happy to connect you as well. So again, thanks, Marian.
Oh, thank you, Jonah, and thank you, Sparrow, for everything you guys have done, and for being willing to walk side by side with us in this adventure of fighting human trafficking in Romania. For us, it's been such a blessing, and it's a truly blessing to have you in our team and have you alongside with us. Thank you very much. We appreciate a lot everything what Sparrow is doing, and the help and support that Sparrow is providing for Romania. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Marian. You have a great day and a Merry Christmas. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. God bless you.
You as well. Bye-bye.
Bye.